Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Call. I'm Keely McCormick.
And I'm Malik Jackson. Thank you for joining us today. We have a lot to discuss with some weather here in Lawrence, and also the midterms still aren't over.
That's right, and we're going to tell you what we did over our Thanksgiving break.
And a prediction that I made a couple of weeks ago. Today is November 28th, 2018.
And Wake Up Call starts right now.
And welcome back to Wake Up Call. And we're talking about the midterm elections, believe it or not. So ready? Believe it or not, the next Congress of the United States has not been completely decided just yet. But last night we got one seat closer as Republican Cindy Hyde-Smith won the runoff election in Mississippi for a Senate seat. This race was highlighted by comments that Hyde-Smith had made about hanging, which many said were racist and a very tattered background. With her victory that will give the Republicans a 53 to 47 majority in the Senate, the GOP was able to pick up 2 seats there. In the House, the Democrats currently have a 234 seats to the Republicans' 200 seats. Democrats were able to pick up a staggering 39 seats in the House with just one congressional race left outstanding until we know the full Congress that will be taking over this coming January. It's crazy how November 7th and almost to December and we still
don't know. It's been a long time. And 3 U.S. service members were killed and 3 injured in South Afghanistan by an improvised explosive device yesterday. Resolute Support explained that the service members and the contractor were evacuated and are receiving medical care. The last time 3 service members were killed in the same accident was in Jalalabad on June 10, 2017. November has been the deadliest month for U.S. forces this year with 5 service members' deaths. President Trump hints at plans to travel to overseas combat zones to visit the U.S. troops.
So not something we want to hear this morning. The FDA thinks they may have narrowed down to where the bad romaine lettuce is coming from, Central California. The E. coli outbreak linked with romaine lettuce has made 43 people sick in 12 states and another 22 in Canada. The FDA says that they do not have enough info to name which specific distributor or grower it came from, but they say that consumers can begin to look for the lettuce back on the aisles. I know you said you had been affected. I guess that just shows how I'm not, a healthy eater, that I have not been affected by the romaine lettuce situation. But you said you know.
Yeah, yesterday I was at the grocery store and me and all my roommates get those pre-packed salads that you just can put everything in and shake it up. But those were all out. We had to get like butter leaf lettuce. They still had spinach, but none of the pre-packed things. So I guess they use romaine and all of that. And then 2 days ago, I was at Hawaiian Bros and they weren't even selling their salad. They're like, we're just steering clear of all lettuce.
I like the spinach though. I do like the lettuce, the spinach lettuce. Yeah. It's very, very good.
And it's better for you.
Exactly.
More nutrients.
So, I do eat healthy every once in a while.
There you go, Malik. The creator of SpongeBob SquarePants, Steven Hillenburg, passed away yesterday at age 57. In March of 2017, Hillenburg shared with the public that he was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, which is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Nickelodeon tweeted saying, "We are sad to share the news of the passing of Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants. Today we are observing a moment of silence to honor his life and work." Hillenburg's creation that became a world-loved television series aired in 1999 and has been a hit ever since. SpongeBob SquarePants became more than just a TV show through merchandising, music, video games, theme park rides, and a Tony Award-winning musical.
Lives under the rock, under the sea.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
And then also the what's the thing that it's a meme that they show a lot. It's like something happens in like 3 years.
Oh
later,
yeah.
2 moments later.
That's plankton.
Yeah, I don't know.
I watched SpongeBob back in the day, but I mean SpongeBob has become everyone knows.
Synonymous with childhood. It's synonymous with growing up. It is the ideal thing that if you have never seen SpongeBob, you truly haven't lived. It was my favorite show.
That was the Saturday morning cartoon. You'd wake up on the weekends and immediately.
Yeah.
on SpongeBob. The cartoons and like my brother, he knows SpongeBob, he watches SpongeBob, but he grew up with different ones, and it was like talking dogs.
A significant downgrade.
Yeah,
so
nothing.
Like SpongeBob SquarePants, Blue's Clues.
Blue's Clues.
Like,
Dragon Tales.
Yeah, like what's Proud Family, Arthur.
Oh yeah,
they don't
Arthur.
even know. They don't even know.
I loved Arthur. I watched Arthur till like 8th grade, to be honest.
I watch SpongeBob SquarePants still.
It's fine.
It's
acceptable.
Don't hate, just appreciate. We have a lot of news because that's what we do. So we'll be right back with some weather. We'll be back with some sports. And like I said, I made a prediction right here on this show, and I told you I would be right. We have that and much more. Stay tuned.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you. Your identity for life. The University of Kansas. A great place to be you.
Welcome back. Now time for Week in Review.
All right. General Motors announced that it will say goodbye to 5 plants in the United States by next year. This announcement drew strong criticism from the president, so much that he threatened to cut the company's subsidies. When we learn more about this, we will certainly update you. They haven't necessarily named all 5 plants, but yeah, 5 General Motors plants will be going away. And that has an impact right here in Kansas because Kansas has one of those, or Missouri side, but it works in conjunction, has one of those big plants here, so hoping it's not one of ours.
And in a shocking twist, it was discovered that Ivanka Trump, since she's been in the White House, has used a private email for work-related things. If we go back to a short time ago in the 2016 campaign, her father went after Hillary for the same thing. Ivanka said in an interview there is a big difference between what the two did.
It's called hypocrisy on the highest levels of highest levels.
Wow.
Moving along, the White House released the 4th annual National Climate Assessment with some dire warnings for the future if we don't stop and try to reverse course now, ending with the conclusion that the Earth is, in fact, getting hotter. But that wasn't enough for the president because on Monday, the president said he doesn't believe the report that his administration released.
All right, now moving on to some better news. Come on, let's get it. It's the holiday spirit. Let's smile in here. On Thursday and Friday of this week, the Salvation Army of Douglas County and Scotch Cleaners will host a 32nd annual coat giveaway to help ensure that people stay warm this holiday season. It will be from 9 a.m. to noon on Thursday and 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Friday at the Salvation Army on New Hampshire Street. Scotch Cleaners ensures that every coat is cleaned and ready to be worn. Then they're sent off and delivered to the Salvation Army. The president of Scotch Cleaners says that they collected 2,118 coats this year. That's a lot. That's good to hear.
I love this time of the year because everyone is in, such a cheery, good mood, and people are giving back.
That's right.
I was reading something the other day. More people give back in the last 2 months of the year than or it's like 30% compared to the entire rest of the year. It spikes up because it's the season of giving, and we love to hear
It's nice to see all the different businesses just doing. I love the coat drives, pajama drives. I think those are because you want to keep people warm. My mom and I, when I was little, we would do a pajama drive for for foster children, so they could have Christmas pajamas on Christmas Eve. And that's one of my favorites. And then there's always the food drives on Mass. I think those are.
And I always like to go to the, for a couple of years in a row, me and my mom would go to the homeless shelters and pass out food on Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like that. Because, there's always someone that's much worse off than you are. And to help them is always a positive
nice
thing.
to give back.
Make an impact in your community. Let's make that this week's motto. Make an impact in your community.
I like to see it. Let's head out and donate some coats tomorrow.
And ready
Friday.
the motto one more time. Make an impact in your community. Stay tuned because we'll be right back on Wake Up Call.
When you shop local in the heart of the city, you support the people that make our community thrive. The money you spend here stays here, in this place we call our home. Lawrence, Kansas, where there's good old-fashioned hometown pride. Eat local, drink local, shop local.
Welcome back. Now we're going to talk about some sports. The Jayhawks will return back to Lawrence this Saturday to host Stanford. KU's 5-0 while Stanford is 3-2, and tip-off is set for 4:30. I'm excited about this game. I know some people are going to be going, but are you going to be heading into the game?
Of course I will be. I will be working the game.
Oh, right.
It's important to add that KU won the NIT season tip-off tournament last week, Thanksgiving week, by beating the number 5 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers. So not too shabby performance by them, and let's hope we can keep this on track. And we're back to number 1 in the country.
Woo!
That's always a
Rock
good thing.
Chalk.
The Lady Jayhawks will head to LSU tomorrow for the first away game of the season. This is the second time in program history that these two teams will play each other, and the first time was all the way back in 1990. Game time is set for 6 p.m., and fans can watch it on the SEC network or listen on the Jayhawk radio network.
That's right. Lady Jayhawks are always fun to watch.
Yeah.
Now on to what Malik has been waiting to tell you guys all show.
Oh, so all 3 weeks that we've
That's
known.
right.
How long has he been hired?
Yeah,
2
about
weeks?
2 or 3.
Yeah. So since we've been on break, or since I've been on break, we've gotten a new football coach. Take a look at this prediction that I made a few weeks ago.
Which would be?
If we hire Les Miles, that's the guy. Last time I predicted something about the KU football coach, I was right. So let's see if I'm right.
Well,
again.
we'll see. We will keep you guys updated on if Malik's right about that. Moving on to ICOM bearing good news. Look at that, Malik.
Then you said, and we'll keep you updated. Well, we're
Well,
keeping you updated.
Les
We're
Miles
doing
is our
what we
new-
promised that we would do, and he's our new head coach.
He is. It's exciting. I'm excited to see what will happen next year with KU football.
I'm excited to see if I change my major from journalism to sports
Predictions,
management.
yeah.
Maybe I'll be like an athletic director or something.
Maybe you
since
should
I'm
be
making
like-
all these decisions.
You should be one of the people that reads your hand and just predicts people's futures.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't think I can do that.
We'll see. All right, coming up after the break, we will be back to talk to you about the weather, what to expect for the next 7 days, and Bruce, who hit us on Sunday as we were all trying to come back to school. So stay tuned. Here we are.
It works.
All right, the big blizzard hit us on Sunday. I was driving back, trying to just get back to Kansas from Chicago to Kansas to get to school, and the roads were pretty scary. I'll be honest.
I drove in
slipped
from
and slide
KC.
in.
I drove in from KC, and I mean, it was not something to. It was hard. You
Yeah.
know, me and my mom were driving up a hill right here on 12th Street in Lawrence, and we actually started sliding back down.
Yeah.
Got to put the foot on brake, reverse, all that good stuff. But still, it was very dangerous and things like that. And if you didn't know, school was canceled on Monday.
Thank God for
And it
that.
was not because the weather on Monday was awful or something, but we have a picture of the blizzard actually from Keely's perspective.
Yep, that was
driving.
when I was driving back. It was scary. There were so many cars just slipping off the side of the road. We were driving in a big GMC, so lucky enough that we were kind of four-wheel drive. We were able to stay on the roads.
But not enough people could get into Lawrence.
No.
They canceled over 250 flights at Chicago O'Hare's airport, and there's a lot of kids flying through the connecting flights in from Chicago. So it was a very dire situation, but I'm glad to see that everyone came out on the other side.
Yeah, we made it out. All right, well now Weather Gal Sal's going to tell us a little bit more about the blizzard plus your 7-day forecast. Sally?
Thanks, Keely and Malik. And you could see that for the blizzard that we just had, over 250 flights were canceled, and it was one of the busiest days for airlines that day. And a lot of people had trouble with the traffic, and there only was able to see only 5 feet of visibility in front of them on the roads. It was that bad. And to make a blizzard, it has to be, the winds and the circumstances have to be over 35 miles per hour, and we have not had a blizzard this bad since the year 2011 in the Midwest. And it hit all over. And it's crazy is that when you guys were talking about predictions, they were saying that I ended up predicting tornadoes in St. Louis, and unfortunately, sirens were going off. And so you can see right behind me is a 7-day forecast, And it's going to be 42 around today with the snow slowly melting, dropping down below 32 into the freezing temperatures at around nighttime. But then when the rain picks up, as the slight percentage that we have around Friday night in the afternoon, you could see that the temperatures are warming up, but the precipitation of rain is going to increase. And so there's slighter chances with the rain on Saturday. And then moving back to Sunday, you can see PM showers again, but the temperatures will remain to cool down towards the low 30s later on to the week when we have another cold front approaching. And I'm going to toss it back for Keely and Malik for more news.
Thank you, Sally.
That's good. Did you use your snow day wisely?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Well, we stopped Sunday night in Macon,
She got in
Missouri.
and then she went straight to the Hawk. Moving along to the Christmas
That's
parade.
not true. All right, if you're looking
Keely
for...
also turned 21 over the break.
I
Happy
did, yeah.
birthday.
I'm legal.
Moving along.
All right, if you're looking for something to get you in the holiday spirit, head on down to Mass Street this weekend for the 26th annual Old Fashioned Christmas Parade. The parade will include many horses trotting down the streets of Lawrence, dressed up in bells and garlands. That will be interesting.
God.
The horses will head to Mass Street at 11 a.m. this Saturday. So if you're bored, I might head down there if I've got nothing to do. I love horses.
Or you're going to go to the KU basketball game or that parade. Or I guess it's 4:30.
Yeah, I can,
Tips until 4:30.
parade, game.
Interesting. I don't know if I'll make it down. I think it's going to be too cold outside for me.
We'll see. All right, tell me about your Thanksgiving.
It was amazing. My slogan this year, I've been telling everyone that's been asking me that because apparently people, every single person you see after a break, they will ask you how your break was. So I've got my motto for that is family time never disappoints. It was a great
Look
time
at that.
being home.
Oh,
That's me and
little
my mother.
models.
Oh,
Joy
yeah.
to the world. I love it.
And then the next picture, I think that's the
Yum.
food. We tore it up. We put our foot in it and then we tore it up.
Yum.
Yep. And then the next picture is just after we had went out or whatever to a restaurant and ate and stuff. We came back and we're just chilling at the house. So
Cute.
like, again, family time never disappoint. All the family was there, so it was fun. How about you?
I had a lot of babies and my uncle and aunt all staying at my house all break, so it was chaotic to say the least. Sang a lot of Baby Shark doo 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 doo. You know that?
I don't.
Oh, it's for babies. But this is a picture of me and my siblings. We did the turkey trot on Thanksgiving, 3 miles, and I creamed all those little humans. They are so slow. Then we came back after our run and
guys,
had
trust
some
me,
donuts.
It's confidence. It's not
Confidence is key.
arrogance. It's confidence.
Look at that. How good does that look? We come back, my mom
It
made us
looks like
homemade.
diabetes. And
Oh, it's so good. Warm homemade donuts from my mom, and had a few too many of those. But you're right. Family time never disappoints. It's always good to get home and be with the people you love.
Exactly. And this great season of thanks and giving, it's always good to see that and enjoy it with the people you love the most. like you just
Exactly.
said. Any fun plans this week?
Just a lot of homework, studying, finance test tomorrow. So
Finals are right around
Finals
the
are
corner, so
coming.
get ready. For
Yeah.
Keely McCormick, I'm Malik Jackson. We appreciate you joining us today, and we'll see you right back here next Wednesday at 9 a.m.
make an impact in your community.